Hi, I'm Karen. I'm with CCG on the streets, and I'm with
Jason.
All right, so we got a new question here, and it's the first question of the day. Maybe it could be an IQ test. I'm not sure.
It's almost their time. Got our day started.
Do
I
you
like these
believe,
hours.
do you believe a pharmaceutical company gave over 2 billion COVID shots away for free because they care about us?
Well, yes, they care about us as a unit to make money. Yeah, it's a system it's like speeding tickets for the rich. They don't apply. Speeding tickets only apply to poor people.
Yep.
Was a insurance company going to say to a rich guy, like not getting car insurance anymore, you're paying $200,000 a month. No, you're going to say, you want another Ferrari there, sir? No, buy a Ferrari, drive fast.
Okay. Question I'll ask. Let me ask this one. So, with the certain demographics that are coming to the country, there's mass immigration, and now there's a growing movement because of the types of people coming.
Mass integration is population increase.
For mass deportation. What are your thoughts on either?
Well, people that are here illegally, so you have to understand, it all kind of goes back to the Canada invested maybe to invest $7 billion in icebreakers. The ice is melting in the north, through the Northwest Passage.
Yep.
An area they've been trying to penetrate for centuries. And 80% of the world's 80% of the world's supply chain logistics is by ocean. That's why the U.S. built the Panama Canal, right? Because for Asia and Europe to connect, you have to go down over to Antarctica. You should have to go down all the way down to South America.
Yeah. Otherwise, you
Mileage
need
fuel,
the Panama Canal.
Canal. Well, the percentage of that, I believe, of the demographic of the northern hemisphere that is, I think it's like 85% of money is spent in the northern hemisphere. So the ice melts in the north, and Europe is Asia's energy starved. The EU, England, Europe's energy starved, and Canada's got some of the richest minerals of all the minerals in the world that have been buried under ice. I think it's like I said, they're right there.
Yep.
It's like why we used to go to my house. We used to do my number of Schedule 1 pharmaceutical.
Yep.
My Schedule 1 narcotics on my coffee table.
Yep.
My business run. It's like there. You know what I mean? It's the same thing. So the military needs to have an increase in Canada in order for the rest of the world to not come
Take our shit.
come heavier. And
Come heavier.
Well, they did. Those warships showed up on the shores of the Atlantic shores of Virginia and fucking in New York back in the late '60s with the Chinese.
Yep.
They wanted to see the gold in this Fort Knox. There's no gold in Fort Knox. They knew that. They come with one day, right? So they're still pissed off with the opioid back 10,000 years ago.
That is a problem.
Opiates.
So I think it was back in the day, the East India Company was used to drop a whole bunch of heroin off the coast of China, and now they have held on to that as slight against our actual people. Now
They were mules. They're like mules.
Now, I mean, I don't think it was our people that did it, but that is another
They're all
question.
consenting adults, right?
So now with this mass immigration,
Opium was a medical. Opium was something that was.
Yeah,
it was a medical field for killing pain when you had. We did
cough medicine. Even,
We just say bite the bell. We're gonna saw your fucking leg off, soldier.
Yeah.
Give me something for the pain.
So I got another question here. With a lot of newcomers to Canada, they have different views on the age of consent and child marriage. What do you think makes a child, and should child marriage be allowed in Canada?
Well, I think it comes down to how much adulting you do in a single 24-hour period. If you're adulting,
let's just say you're a mature person, but it's your age. We're just talking about age.
Well, they kind of go hand in hand. For you know, you can be a mature 13-year-old, but you're not as mature as a full-grown man that's done 2 tours and fucking and
yes, and
has fucking the place rigged up with
Vietnam.
gunpowder and fucking so
Yeah.
just covered by insurance. It doesn't matter, right?
So what do you think? What do you think the age of consent should be? Currently, I believe that it's 18 unless you have parental consent, and then it's 16.
16.
Yes. And then so what do you
Same,
think
same,
it
same
should?
as a tattoo.
Is that
It's the same as a tattoo.
Do you think it should remain the same,
Um,
or do you think it should change? Because right now there's groups wanting.
I think the father of that daughter should decide.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, you might have kids that's 21, but he's a little slow, a little male. You know,
So you
grew up
think
as
he
a farm
should-
boy,
yeah.
never been with girls before. His daughter's 14, 15, but she's living a fast-paced life. And so you might like the kid.
Okay.
You might say, kid, you know what? Hang around for a bit.
Okay. So what do you think about? So then there, I got.
He's
two
gonna make
other-
the decision that's best for his daughter.
That's true.
Who would be
So-
the minor in this situation?
What do you think about slavery or DEI, which is basically hiring upon? It's basically hiring with discrimination, in my opinion. But DEI was invented to hire
D-
to
was
kind
it?
of incorporate
DEI?
other groups. Yeah, so
DEI?
diversity, equity, inclusion. So it deselects people of a certain group.
Fucking lawyers. Ton of lawyers.
Yeah.
Lawyers joke.
It does sound like that. It is that.
Well, it's
But basically, so it's basically hiring based on skin color. I think that's right. Instead of merit, do you think we should hire based on merit, or do you think we should hire based on skin color?
depending on the position, depending on the demographic, depending on what it is, it should be all of the above.
All of the above.
All of the above.
So can you?
You're gonna go do surveillance in fucking India with a fucking guy looking like me?
No,
or you?
in Canada,
Guy look
in
like,
Canada.
Okay, well, you're gonna go do surveillance in Brampton?
Yeah.
A guy look like me or you?
Yeah.
No, probably not smart. Probably stand so up.
Okay.
Glowing white out there. In Brambladash. In Brambladash. So, it's all the above. It's who's most qualified. It's everything comes down to somebody you know, and if it's ECDs run the security companies, well, better make some ECD friends. They got the keys to the city. They got the
Okay.
keys to the world, right? We live in one of the most multicultural places in the world, Toronto and Port Moresby, and nobody, white people especially, mainly, nobody knows anyone any other part of the world. You don't have to travel the world to figure it out. It's all like a church somewhere in the community.
You know what I'm finding? I'm finding a lot of because I've interviewed more newcomers than I have white people.
You said something about church. Sorry to interrupt. You said something about church when you're talking to Mike. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I've interviewed more newcomers than I have white people, and I've found a lot of white people that I talk to, they don't feel comfortable talking. They don't feel like they have the right to.
Because they're stupid. And they feel like a fool when they hear themselves back talking. It's like,
Well, not only
Which you think
that,
is not a
only
word?
that, it's just like they feel like their opinion doesn't count.
doesn't.
And so it's like why is it that white people?
Don't take it personally. None of us do. None of our opinion.
Why do white people have to feel like their opinion doesn't count? Personally, I think everybody's opinion
They're
has
not
to
qualified.
count equally.
They're not qualified to make an opinion on topics. They're not.
See, that's where you and me would disagree. I would think everybody's opinion is equal.
Equal up to what clearance level, what standard, like equal. Everybody's decision on how a military campaign should run, or how the vacuum should shake out the filter
You
outside
see,
of the deck.
if you're talking about, I'm talking about a citizen, but if you're talking about in a certain business, so if it's military, then whoever's most qualified.
Okay, and
If it's business, whoever's most qualified. If it's I believe in a meritocracy.
whoever's most profitable, whoever's gonna make the most money.
Yeah.
Or
So
spend
if
or
it's
spend the
business,
least or
yes.
cost the
If it's
least.
business, whoever's going to make the most money. If it's military, who's ever going to win? And you know what I mean. So that's what I mean a meritocracy. That's my opinion.
I think everybody should you give it a chance. You give it a chance to fuck up.
Absolutely.
Because if you do well, if you do well properly, you should fuck it up.
At least once.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug, yeah. And it will take everything eventually.
So okay. So what do you think? So this is here's there's two theories here. Well, one's not a theory, one is. Here, so a lot of people now, a lot of people that are talking, so a lot of people that are talking about the mass immigration are talking about the white genocide. Because apparently we used to be 33% of the population about 75 years ago.
Something 1/3.
I don't know what that, I don't know. I'm not sure, I didn't look too much
Bang
into
on,
it,
bang on.
I'm just taking the
33.33
questions.
is 1/3, yeah.
So, 1/3 of the, or sorry, no, 33% of the population, and now we're about 7 to 8% of the world's population. Not our country, but the world's population. And then there's also
7-8%
the
of what
Christian
breaks down
genocide.
what? The 7-8% breaks down what portion of
The entire world.
the white people?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then before 100%, about 75 to 100 years ago, it was 33%.
Worldwide.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do you believe that there's a white genocide? Or do you think that's just normal?
Well, guys are chucking dudes' dicks. They're not making babies anymore. They're not making babies anymore. You know, in order for like, to get the pyramid system of a fractional reserve money system, which is what our world runs off, the petrodollar, means money's created from debt. People need to it's a pyramid scheme. It's like selling Mona Via or back term, or selling fucking acai berries or fucking whatever from fucking Brazil. Flash freezers, so now they're fucking super fruits. Well, no, they're turning people into super fruits.
All right,
It's
I've got two more questions.
Yeah.
Sorry. So one, have you heard? Yes. This is just a yes or no, and then I've got a long question. Yes or no? Have you heard of the Christian genocides in Nigeria, Iran, Sudan, etc.?
Libya. Fucking,
Probably, yeah. I don't know. I'm just naming those three because I know what's going on there.
Gaddafi, taking out Gaddafi.
Gaddafi, I don't think was too bad.
Not for
I think
not for
honestly,
Africa.
I
Not
have
for
a hot
Africa.
take.
He was
I
bad
think
for the French.
Gaddafi was a good man.
He was bad for the French. He was bad for the Americans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he was bad for the global elite. I'll
Yeah.
say that.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I think he was a good man, and he
was-
would have
he was
made.
God.
He
He was-
would
he was
have
God
made
to
Africa.
Africa.
He would have made Africa a farming powerhouse, and he would have.
They let him
Like,
get
he
just
was
close enough to
saving
fight.
a lot
They
of
got close enough
lives.
just to think he's had it, and then they just, all right.
Like that's just.
Now we're gonna
I know
remove your
from-
head- we're gonna
From my
remove your head from
personal
your body.
research, that's what I've seen. I'm not going to say that's true. I don't know.
Well, yeah, he had a currency. He had
Gold back currency.
$7 billion worth of money.
He was
Those
going
cash.
to join BRICS.
He created his own Libya the dollar.
Yep.
Gold-backed dollar.
Yep.
I forget what it was called. And he came with everything. And for a while, he put everything. And then all of a sudden,
the
it
great
took time.
man-made river.
It took time, and he started, I think, 15 times his money he invested. He started make compounding every month, and they went,
So,
whoa,
and every city, he did a lot of things that
the man's going to bring water in Africa. We need to shut this project down real quick.
So he did a lot of things that another evil person from history did, where citizens, like if they had big families, they would get paid off their loans.
Well, they got
I'm
paid
not going to name the
$50,000
other
for
person because I don't want to get taken down.
That's probably down somewhere down there.
No, but like it wasn't there. But like I'm just not going to name the person because my channel will be taken down again.
Gaddafi, what he did for his people is he gave them $50,000 when he got married.
So yeah, so something like that. I can't remember exactly, but anyway. So this is the long question. I'd like you to answer. What is a Canadian?
What's Canadian? Okay. Canadian is for me being Asian, man. That's kind of a two-part answer.
You can answer that as however you
Born
like.
in 1978. It was being Canadian, you're 33% of the population, right? You're as a white person, which was
But what is it now today?
today. It's being Canadian is
It's a difficult question now. A lot of people are finding.
it's we look at all the countries in the British Commonwealth, right? Out of the monarch. Well, if you took all those countries and you took the smartest people from every one of the 100, whatever there are, you sent them to private school somewhere. Where would you send them? You put them on a boat and you send them across the sea.
Like if you had to choose a country,
Yeah, and if you're Britain and you're
if I was in any country and I wanted to send my kid to the best school,
well, what you want to show you have Britain and you have India, you have Britain and you have
I'd probably
you
send
have
them to the
you have
richest.
Denmark, you have Britain and you have other people. So you're basically you're king. You are the lord. You are the land. You are the motherfucker of motherfuckers, and what you say goes. So when you take the elites and people that you make deals with over time, I think, and you got the Germans, you got that, so you got people that are just high up but not very, but they're like, okay, well, my dad could be up your dad. Don't fuck my wife, go ahead. I'll fuck yours. It doesn't really matter. You'll pardon my French.
No, it works.
So what do you do with all the smart people? Now, you got to take away from what goes on in their little world. Brexit, EU, Russia, China. You just ship them off somewhere where they're safe, to a safe land where, hey, we're all playing, hey, and we're all, I don't want to learn to speak Indian. You? I don't want to learn to speak Chinese. I don't want to learn to speak all those. You bring Chinese people in. You bring Indian people in. You bring in. You got food, water, shelter, food, companionship, exercise, music. Depending on where you live in the world, your food will change. Your diet will change. Now, yes, it's a place. You know what? The man behind the curtain. Wizard of Oz. It's you send them away to summer camp. It's like summer camp for the rich kids, the smart kids, the people that are the minds of the world, the people that are making things happen quietly.
So are you saying that Canada is kind of like a safety reserve for people to send their kids to?
Well,
that's how it's acting in global
and by kids, I mean smart people. People that are people in that particular part of the world they came from. That are somebody's.
Do you think that's why it was the University of Alberta that came up with quite a few cures for cancer before they were shut down?
Shut down by
big
US
firms,
FDA.
big pharmacy.
Yeah. Well, you got it. It's like the fucking it's like the narcos goes through. So you can't let all the bullets go through. You gotta have something for the news. Right? So too many people's kids died because they got shot by a drug dealer.
It is terrible.
They never shot a firearm before. All of a sudden, it just started popping off. And stopped till it was empty, and people are going to get hurt.
Yeah, I've seen that.
So you take all the smart people of the world now. These people, they're over here, and they're in Saskatchewan. They went from Bangladesh to Saskatchewan by it. And
did you hear? Let me ask you this: did you hear about
that's hiding in plain sight?
There was a protest for Brampton and Mississauga to separate from Canada and go back and join India. So they're trying to separate.
Sounds like a social media. Sounds like a social media.
It was. I saw it originally.
Again, going back to the rules when you get a new game. You got to read the rules, right?
Yeah.
You can make up.
It's not allowed. It's not allowed. They don't have the legal right to do so, but they can protest all they want.
They don't have enough white signatures on the petition in order for it to fly.
It's not about white signatures. It's about the legal right in our Bill of Rights.
That's what they did with Alberta separatists.
No. Alberta actually has that. Every province has that right to separate because we are a confederacy.
Well, the courts
we're
shut
not,
down
we're not
Alberta.
a single unified country. We're a confederacy of provinces and territories.
Yes.
So every confederated province or territory has the right to separate.
Well, you heard about this separate with Trump going and saying about Alberta, the separatist thing. It's all a smoke and mirrors thing, right? But the government, as I understand, the government stepped in. The Supreme Court stepped in and said, well, it's not going to get any problem because you don't have one indigenous signature on your whole petition. There's nothing about how the indigenous.
Where was this?
Yeah, Alberta. What's going on right now in Alberta? The separatist thing.
Really?
They didn't have one indigenous signature on the whole fucking anything that all these petitions, all these signatures they got. They said that's nothing good for the country.
I would have imagined that the indigenous definitely would have separated.
Well, no, but the Alberta separation, they didn't include the indigenous in their separation.
Oh, so when they were drawing it up, they didn't ask them if they wanted it.
You got 600 million signatures, didn't have one fucking indigenous. That's how fucking. Of course, okay, we'll go for a while. They'll have fun with Trump, and they can social media tweet all day.
Oh, I got one more question. Actually, I'm going to add this in.
So, the smart kids. So Canada's like the smart kids. For all the people around the world that.
Do you know how many white people do you think live in Canada in total?
I think as many or less that live.
Just give a number.
I think as many or less that live in the rest of the world. As we have other parts of the world here, we're also there.
So in Canada, now it's depending on what you consider a white people, because a lot of people, so I consider Slavs white, but online people, like a lot of people tell me that Slavs aren't white. I don't think so. I think they are white, but I mean, I don't know. I consider myself white, but I'm also I'm half Irish.
It's embarrassing a lot of times to be white nowadays.
So, but anyway, so there's about approximately 15 to 20 million white people in all of Canada. Now the population has boomed up to a bit, slightly over 40 million.
38 to
And
50%.
depending on the census that you consider, and that extra 20 million has all come within the last 15 years. What do you-
15
what does that
15
make?
million, yeah.
Now, when you hear about that, and they're all newcomers, what does those numbers make you think?
Well, over 20 years, let's see 2 decades.
So it's like doubled our numbers pretty much. Let's just say for the sake of argument,
Yep.
doubled our numbers in the last 15 years, and they're bringing in people, arming them, separated as a mercenary company, basically a mercenary army, housing them on military bases. That
Like they're doing for white people in their part
But
of
they're
the world.
not white. But like,
No,
that's
but
the thing.
what they're doing for white people in their part of the world, they're doing the same thing for them. It's like
No. So there's not enough of us. So that's the thing. So like
No, but
this
don't need
this
as many
sounds
of us.
bad.
Don't need
Like,
as many of us.
so I don't feel always comfortable asking these questions on my channel because I don't want to get taken down. But these are questions that we should talk about because there's a lot of people that send these in to me, and there's a lot of things that now I'm questioning as somebody that just goes around asking questions. And if the Canadian government is saying, hey, you come here, we will give you free citizenship, free housing, free food, and military training, and arm you.
as we do for our own citizens, Canadian citizens. We have that. That's available.
Well, if you join the army?
Yeah,
If
all the
you join,
services,
anybody
all the
can join.
services.
Anybody can join.
Anybody can join Team Canada, get the blue
anybody
check,
can join the army,
get
but
the
this is
check.
separate from the army.
No, I mean,
So it's like, so to me, what it happens in my mind is I'm like, okay, so this is a military force that has no citizenry roots in our country that has no problem shooting us because they're mercenaries. So I'm like, okay, so this is a problem for anybody that wants to come and be Canadian.
It's
Right?
it's civilians,
My
right?
ex
And
is
they're civilians,
my ex
that's
is
not
from
soldiers.
Trinidad, right?
Yep.
And I'm like, I'm talking to them about this, and they're like, these people are probably going to come shoot us.
It's but I guess that's from a civilian's mindset. That's so scary.
Well, it's something we do have to be prepared for, I think. We have to be ready to like expect a mercenary company to come in instead of our military, because our military was already asked to squash protests, and they said no. With the trucker convoy, the military said, hey, those are our citizens, that's their legal right, they should be able to protest. We're not going to get involved. The police in Ottawa, they said they weren't getting involved. And so, because they were embarrassed about what they did, they did something really offhanded. I guess
They're not sure
a decade
the
ago.
military. The RCMP, right?
Oh, RCMP, yeah, that's different.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about like just the city police. So I don't know. I don't know what to think. So I'm basically asking you what you think.
They're clock punchers, right? They do they take orders. They go home. They hang up their Happy Monday, weirdo. They hang up their badge and their block. They call Johnny the Stalker, and they get paid a little bit more than they should, but not as much as they should, because they fall in a place where they fall in a tax bracket where they keep their mouth shut and paid to get this. They sign up for it. They did something that took an oath to be a part of brotherhood, but you don't always question the orders. You don't always question the little steps that are a big part of the objective. Right? It's the end goal. So it's that's why you have layers. That's why you have different. So somebody's always got to be. And in a world run by lawyers and insurance companies,
That's the thing. Like, that's what we're run by. We're run by people that
they win every time.
Can I bring you a pick?
Oh, okay. Anyway,
Yeah,
this has been CCG on the Streets. Thank you very much. Nice to meet you.
Can I bring you
Take care, guys.
You brought one.